नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेष भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी थोड़ा आवाज कम करना पड़ेगा और तूफान है कुछ और। नाहं तथा यजमानः विर्वितान्हे शोचो तद्गृहीत पुलतम अदं भूतभूमुखेन यत् ब्राह्मणस्य मुखश्चरतो अनुघासम् तुष्टस्य मयि अवहितैर्निजकर्म पाठे नाहं तथा विजमानः विर्वितान्हे नाहं तथा यजमानः विर्वितान्हे चोचत् गृहीत पुलतम अदम्भूत भूमुखेन चोचत् गृहीत पुलतम अदम्भूत भूमुखेन शोचत् गृहीत प्लुतम अदम्भूत भूमुखेन यद् ब्राह्मणस्य मुखतश्चरतो अनुघासम् तुष्टस्य मयि अवहितैर्निजकर्म पाठे नाहं तथा यजमानः विर्वितान्हे शोचत् गृहीत प्लुतम अदम्भूतं भूमुखेन शोचत् गृहीत प्लुतम अदम्भूतं भूमुखेन यद् ब्राह्मणस्य मुखतश्चरतो अनुघासम् यद् ब्राह्मणस्य मुखतश्चरतो अनुघासम् तुष्टस्य मयि अवहितैर्निजकर्म पाठे नाहं तथा यजमानः विर्वितान्हे शोचत् गृहीत पुलतम अदम्भूत भूमुखेन यद् ब्राह्मणस्य मुखतश्चरतो अनुघासम् तुष्टस्य मयि अवहितैर्निजकर्म पाठे
नाहं तथापि यजमानः विर्विताने Yadgrihaplutam adanhuta punmukhena Yad brahmanasya mukatascharato nudhasam Tushtasya mai avahitaya karma pakai
Naham tatmya jamana abhivitane.
Naham tatmya jamana abhivitane
Sochatriyatam adantam mukhayana. Yad brahmanasya mukatascharato anughasam. Tushtasya mai avahite nija karma pate.
Naham tatmya jamana abhivitane Yad brahmanasya mukatascharato nudhasam Tushtasya mai avahite nija karma pakai.
After this.
Naham tatmya jamana abhivitane Yad brahmanasya mukatascharato nudhasam Tushtasya mai avahite nija karma pakai.
Yes. Right. After this.
Naham tatmya jamana abhivitane Yad brahmanasya mukatascharato nudhasam Tushtasya mai avahite nija karma pakai.
Na. Not. Aham. I. Tatha. On the other hand. Me. I eat. Yajamana. By the sacrifice. Avihi. The oblations. Vitane. In the sacrificial fire. Shochat. Pouring. Hita. Ghee. Plutam. Mixed. Adan. Eating. Puta bhuk. The sacrificial fire. Mukhena. By the mouth. Yat. Brahmanasya. Of the Brahmana. Mukataha. From the mouth. Charataha. Acting. Anudhasham. Morsels. Tushtasya. Satisfied. Mai. To me. Avahite. Offer. Nija. Own. Karma. Activity. Pate. I do not enjoy the oblations offered by the sacrificer in the sacrificial fire, which is one of my own mouth, which with the relish, as I do, the delicacies overflowing with ghee, which are offered to the mouth of the Brahmana, who have dedicated to me the resort of their activities and who are ever satisfied with my prasada. I do not enjoy the oblations offered by the sacrifice in the sacrificial fire, which is one of my own mouth, with the same relish as I do the delicacies overflowing with ghee, which are offered to the mouths of the Brahmana, who have dedicated to me the result of their activities, and who are ever satisfied with my prasada. Yes, Mataji.
The devotees of the Lord or the Vaishnavas do not do anything without offering it to the Lord. Since the Vaishnava dedicates most of the Lord, does not taste anything eatable, it is not well offered to him. The Lord also relishes giving to the Vaishnavas now all the eatable offered to him. It is clear from this verse that the Lord eats sacrificial fire and the Brahmanas mouth. Many articles, grapes, ghee, etc., offer in sacrifice for the satisfaction of the Lord. Lord accepts sacrificial offerings from the Brahmanas and devotees, and elsewhere it is stated that whatever is given for the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas eat of that accepted by the Lord. But here it is said that he accepts offerings in the mouth of Brahmanas and Vaishnavas with even greater relish. This example of this is found in the life of the Gita Course in this even though Haridas was born of a monarchy family, Advaita Prabhu offered him the first dish of the shower after the performance of the sacrifice of 5 centuries. Haridas started to inform him that he was born of a monarchy family, and now Advaita Prabhu was offering the first dish to a Mohammedan instead of an elevated Brahmana. Out of his humbleness, Haridas condemned himself to Mohammedan, but Advaita Prabhu became accepted him as a real Brahmana. Advaita Prabhu asserted that by offering the first dish to Haridas Thakur, he was given the result of feeding 100,000 Brahmanas. The conclusion is that if one can feed a Brahmana or Vaishnava, it's better than performing hundreds of thousands of sacrifices. Therefore, it is recommended that Hare Krishna, chanting the holy name of God and pleasing the Vaishnava and the Tulu celebrate oneself.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirusheshaya Shunyavadi Pashatreshatharini Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Naham tatha niyajamana havirvitani Chadgrihita Pratamadama Huta Bhumukhena Yad Brahmanasya Mukatas Charato Anughasham Tustasya Mai Avahita Nijakarama Pathe. I do not enjoy the oblations offered as a sacrifice in the sacrificial fire. It is one of my own mouth with the same relish as I do the delicacy overflowing with ghee. They are offered to the mouths of the Brahmana who are dedicated to me the result of their activities and who are ever satisfied with my prasada. So again, Chaitanya Charitamrita is mentioned. They were I was trying to locate the verses. The devotees asked Lord Chaitanya, what is the duty of a grihastha? There were 3 times this question was asked, and Lord Chaitanya gave 3 different answers. One time giving the definition of Kanishta, one time the Madhyama, one time the Uttama. So Lord Chaitanya was every year visited by devotees coming from Kulina Grama. So they were grihastha devotees. And as they were bidding farewell to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after spending 4 months with him, they used to come for Chaturmasya, basically stay there. The Vedic times, rain time is not convenient to travel. So people will stay. Today you cannot think of 4 months staying in Bangalore. Your boss will kick you out. And that's how it is worked. Previously, it is agriculture. You can take a break anytime. You know? Very convenient. And you are not there, others can do agriculture. It's very easy. Now in the job, your wife cannot go to the job, but your son, anybody can do it. Very peaceful life. And come back to the topic. So then these brahmanas used to every day, or whatever residents of Kulina Grama used to ask Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, tell us, what is our duty? Your duty? Chant the holy name of Krishna and serve Vaishnava. Same thing, proper, same thing, proper. Only two duties. What you should do? Chant the holy name of Krishna and serve Vaishnava. Right? And he says, tell me, how do I recognize the Vaishnava? Obvious question. You say serve Vaishnava. There are so many people. How do I recognize the Vaishnava? So first year Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, anybody who chants even once the name of Krishna, he is a Vaishnava. Asasanga Tyaga, and then he expands more the definition. Asasanga Tyaga, Vaishnavachara, Sri Sangi Eka, Krishna Habhakta Ara. The very famous verse. We got the exact reference. Who even once chant the name of Krishna? Prabhu kahe, Yana Mukeshuni Ekabara, Krishna Nama Shri Puja Sheshta Samukara. Whoever chants the holy name of Krishna just once is worshipable and is topmost human being. Now, so the second one. So this is the first one. Okay? Ekabar, once. See the Vaishnava. So we don't know the power of the holy name. Therefore, we say, what? Once. But it is effective. So that is a beautiful thing. At least we have chanted once. So we become Vaishnava. Kanishta Vaishnava. Prakata Sahajiya. Not very important. Kanishta Vaishnava is the beginner. Now, the next year, again they come. Okay, and what are the more expansion on that? Asasanga Tyaga. Vaishnava means who gives up the company of Asat. Asat. How do you define Asat? Stri Sangi Eka Krishna Abhakta Ara. Asat means the person. Stri Sangi Eka gives us the company of a people who is Stri Sangi, always looking for attachment to opposite sex. And Krishna Abhakta Ara, who is devout atheist, hates God. That's a logos product. Now, it's not that practically I will not go to my office, I will not go to my college, because wherever you go, all are asat only. We don't mix our heart. Keep your heart away. There is an example given by Raghunath Das Goswami. When he was a small child, Raghunath, he went to Lord Chaitanya. He said, I want to join your movement. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, be very normal to devotees, to public outside. Behave like a normal man and keep Krishna within your heart. And that is what we have to practice. Do face one again. Very nice. Promotion you got. Behave totally like a normal person outside. And internally, keep Krishna in your heart. That's how we can live in this world. Otherwise, people will make life miserable. So tell we went to Bangalore to do course, TTC 1, TTC 2. People will laugh. So don't tell. Don't tell. That is the first. This all makes you only level 1. Spiritual life starts with giving up asat. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, if you read in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the purport of Asat Sangha Tyaga, it says, the company of Asat people is like you are thrown inside a cage, and cage is locked, and the cage is thrown in a fire. That much miserable. You'll not come to know that unless you advance in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, chalta hai, nothing effects. But when you are relishing Krishna consciousness in the heart, in those days, it is very difficult. We should not talk about ourselves, advertise ourselves. But in college, I got a taste of Krishna consciousness. That also after so many years. I was chanting, reading Bhagavatam. This was happy. Then I left my college. Then I went home for some time. Then I went to job. Terrible. The boys all the time talking about girls, girls all the time talking about boys, and the same thing happening in office or I used to be like, how to get out of this place? So difficult it was to even live one day. When I went to boss to resign, he said, can you finish the project? I said, one more day I cannot stay here. I was in middle of a project. Software का project होता है छोटा तो अपना काम होता है. इसको खत्म कर दोगे क्या? जाओ, no problem, जाओ. मैंने कहा एक दिन नहीं रख सकता है. ऐसी हालत है. So actually, that is the days of enhanced Krishna consciousness. That only comes sometimes in a life because Krishna wants you. So, like a mango on a tree, it has to break. Otherwise, it rots on the tree only. So there is certain time comes where there is a great Krishna gives special mercy, great distaste for material activity, which is beyond your level of realization at that moment. It's a mercy. Krishna wants to give you an opportunity to serve. It doesn't come all the time. Sure. I don't think I have that kind of detachment. Today you sit with Karmi the whole day also. Cannot stay one more day. Special mercy. So I just relieve myself. Anyway, so this is Asat Sangha Tyaga, and it is important for our spiritual development because all kind of bad qualities, everything we get. I was just located that verse actually. All kind of bad qualities we get by asasanga. Let me get you that verse. I was trying to look at this verse and I ended up what Subhuti Prabhu gave me. I could not get that time. But I got something very interesting. This is, first I'll take this. Very interesting. Oh, I didn't download on this computer. No. Yeah, this is Asasanga Tyaga Vaishnavachara is many places. This Chaitanya Charitamrita it comes in Madhya Lila also, it comes in Madhya Lila, and I found in chapter 24 also.
This is the highest one.
22 also it is coming. 2287 I got. Yes, this one I got. And when I was reading the purport of this, very interesting. Prabhupada is very vehement, and he quotes Kapila Muni's instruction from Bhagavatam. See, this is the verse, famous verse. Okay? Asa Sangha Tyaga, Ek Vaishnavachara, Stri Sangi Eka, Krishna Abhaktara. Easy to remember. Give up association of Asat people. This is the behavior of a Vaishnava. And how do you define an Asat? Stri Sangi, always looking for opposite sex. And Krishna Abhakta, who is a devout atheist, just hates the very name of Krishna. Keep away from such, who is not a devotee. Okay. And then if you read about this verse, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continues to talk about this. He says, can you just By association with the worldly people, one becomes devoid of truthfulness, cleanliness, mercy, gravity, spiritual intelligence, shyness, austerity, faith, forgiveness, control of mind, control of senses, fortune of all opportunities. So, if somebody has having this bad quality, it is because of asatsanga. And we all have. It is because somewhere we are doing asatsanga. Actually, very interesting thing is on sangha, little to speak about. When you look at somebody with respect, out of some reasons, he is very handsome, he is very beautiful, or she is very beautiful, is very smart, is very rich, is very popular, then you absorb his qualities. But actually, this should not be the criteria. Criteria that look at somebody with love and respect if he loves Krishna. But because we are not spiritually strong, somebody, and then what happens? Suppose you have no respect for somebody. Whatever he speaks is, he will not be able to damage you. Because you don't respect him at all. So your heart is closed. Correct? कुछ भी बोलेगा तो मतलब नहीं, बोलने दो, एक कान से सुना दूसरा. But we absorb when some way भोगैश्वर्य प्रशक्तानां तया चेतसा तदसायात्मिका बुद्धि समाउदोन विधि. When in your heart there is a bhoga aishwarya desire, then if somebody has those attributes, say let us be truthful. If somebody is extremely rich, we become a little awed by him. And he says anything, we take it seriously. True? Because we think that is success. We are not pure devotee today. So if somebody is success and beauty, we want to be very handsome, but he's so handsome. We become respectful to him. So we have material desires. Until we have material desires, we do get attracted to people having those. That's why we read newspaper. Why? Because, oh, that actor is very beautiful. Who married? So fortunate. We think he's fortunate. So if we think anyway of somebody having better opulence is fortunate, we want to hear their stories. Right? So because we get attracted to them. And what they say, we hear. Because we feel he has something valuable to say. I want to know how he achieved his success. And then we absorb their desires. Asasanga, Tyaga. This is how we take Asasanga. And material desires travel like corona. From one heart to travel heart to another heart. But therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in that, Prabodhananda Saraswati says, Brahma Rudradi Kitayate. For a devotee within his heart, externally he doesn't know it. Externally he is very normal. Like you have a big function and the Prime Minister of India comes, and they put on the stage, put garland, we do all those things externally. Vyavaharika level, devotee is perfect. Prahlad Maharaj saw his father, gave full dandavata. Nobody should be able to find a fault in a vyavahara of a devotee. But internally he is in his heart. Even somebody is holding post of Brahma or Lord Shiva, if he is not a devotee, it takes him like one ant. Kida. No, he sees Chief Minister as a Kida as in his heart. Externally putting garlands, sir, please, sir. And most miserable thing is, in the function, you have to speak something about it. And only thing he did was looted the country and he has no character. You know that. That's typically true for most of them. There are some always exceptions. But you have to speak all that, he did this, he did that. Miserable. Very difficult. So anyway, so you see that we lose everything by asasanga. So when we have aspiration to become a pure devotee, this will not affect. Sincerity, seriousness will protect us. Otherwise, there is loophole, then these things will enter. One should not at any time associate with a coarse fool who is bereft of knowledge of self-realization, who is no more than a toy animal in the hands of a woman. We should not. And mostly that's all the people are. The illusion and bondage that accrue to a man from attachment to any of these objects, the illusion and bondage that accrue to a man from attachment to any other object are not as complete as that resulting from association of woman or with men too much attachment. Now, this says The other forms of illusion, like wealth, fame, all can be taken care. But attraction to opposite sex is the most dangerous among all. Anna? True? That's the most dangerous. Now, among four regulative principles, other three are very easy to follow. Intoxication, no big deal. I've given up. I've given tea coffee also. Take pride in that. Gambling, मैं जुआ नहीं खेलता, मैं गेमिंग भी नहीं खेलता. चलो भाई, पढ़ी थी कार्टून में नहीं सब, चलो सब हो गया. Gambling, huh? I mean, meat eating is also easy to give up. Strict vegetarian, I mean garlic vinegar. But the fourth one is most dangerous, illicit sex. Anna? Truly? Other three are easy, this is most dangerous. Therefore, spiritual advancement is measured by how much your attraction of opposite sex has gone up. Not easy. Anna? True? For everybody. Not that grust, like, sir, I'm the grust. This is the measurement. It's for all. It's a litmus test. So, who's more than a toy? So, therefore, the illusion and the accrued of man attached to the other object, not as complete, it is a association of woman, of man to man at time. And Chaitanya continues after this. And he quotes a verse from, this is from Kapila Muni. Vara mahuta vaha jwala pranjaranter vyavastitihi nashauri chinta vimukha janasamvasa vaishasam. It is better to accept the miseries of being engaged in the bars surrounded by burning flame than associate those better for Krishna consciousness. Such a situation is a very great hardship. Now this you have to advance to figure. I felt in my life once when Krishna wanted to give me mercy and take in his shelter. But that I still don't have. You got it? Within your heart. Otherwise, it's not easy to get this much realization. So, this is the first. Now, what is the second level of a Vaishnava? You got that shloka? Topmost you got. The second level is who's constantly chanting the name of Krishna. You got that? That is second. Madhyama. Abhi Uttama is second. What is Madhyama? First one was what? Who once takes the name of Krishna. And Madhyama, this definition is different from the definition in Nectar of Instruction and Nectar of Devotion. This is not achievable. Rupa Goswami, Bhaktivinoda Thakur made it achievable. That is a separate definition. I can tell something about that. And people mix both of them and they get confused on certain instructions. Not getting late, college? So, the second instruction is who's constantly chanting the name of Krishna. That is Madhyamadikari by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's standard. We have still not reached the standard. Constantly now. Vartate namatubhyam. That is shloka is there. Aho vato sapachobi kariyar ya jiva agre vartate. The holy name has sat down there. Constantly is chanting. So that is very great fortune if you come to the second situation. Constantly chanting the name of the Lord. And how you can constantly chant the name of the Lord? Trinatapi sunichena tarorapi sahishana amani namanidina kirtaneya sada harihi. So not 16 round. What is said? Sada harihi. Constant whole day chant. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said this Trinatapi sunichena, we should be worn like a kanti mala on the neck. This should be behavior of a Vaishnava. Even Srila Prabhupada was in India and he was in a medical shop. So somebody came to Srila Prabhupada, his friend. So Prabhupada said, I want to making a preparation to benefit the whole world, one medicine. Actually, he's talking about his movement, symbolically. So what is it? I'm thinking of the formula. So one day again he came. So is the formula ready? Prabhupada, yes, the formula is ready. Tiranatapi suni chaina tarorapi sahishana amani namanadena kirtane sadhari. This, if this attitude is there, we can spread Krishna consciousness all over. So Madhyamadikari means constantly chanting. How to constantly chant? Tiranatapi suni. Otherwise, How he could speak like this to me? He did this to me. Trinata peaceful. More humble than blade of grass. Taro Rapi Sahishna. More taller than a tree. Amanina Manadina. Not expecting respect, giving all respect. Then he constantly can chant the name. Madhyamadikari. And the next one, Uttamadikari. Uttamadikari was in the third one. This is Madhyama. You got Uttama also? In this you got Uttama. High speed. Oh, you got this is no. This is it. This is no. Aho bato so pacho bhi kariya. This is no. This I have said. No. Just by seeing him. The third definition is just by seeing him, you become a Vaishnava. I think you would have got that experience when you see a very serious devotee just sitting and chanting and Krishna hai, देख के लगता है Krishna होगा जरूर. इतना devotion से जप कर रहा है. God must be there. That's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There was a famous instance I've told you previously. There was once one Muslim king. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was under the protection of Pratap Rudra. Pratap Rudra was a great devotee. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to go for a tour of Vrindavan. So somebody, Mahapatra or somebody, one commander he put in charge, take care. Whichever village Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go, before that only, lot of cleanliness, all arrangement, and lot of food items kept arranged, ready. King was doing his service, Pratap Rudra, the great devotee. And finally he reached the border. So they reached the border and he said, hold there for some time because you have to negotiate with the Muslim. It was not organized one country, there's many rulers. So the Muslim ruler next, and he was dangerous. So before they go, he had his spies. These people have their spies king. So he sent his spy, just find out, huge crowd I heard is gathering around one person. What is he giving? We give charity something to भीड़ आता है. वो क्या दे रहा है कि इतनी भीड़ उसके पीछे है. ठीक है. So his one servant came and he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Uska movement. Just by seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna Nama came in his mouth. That's the pure devotee. Just by seeing him, you can become a devotee. Krishna. And then he came to the king. The king got suspicious. Then his Gupta, his confidential associate, he said, you go and check. He came, he also came back. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Then he got curious, so he was not so sinful. He said, I want to see him now. Okay. So he requested Mahapatra, I want to have his darshan. So he said, on a condition you can come. Don't bring any weapons and come like a plain clothed man person. I'll allow you. So he came in plain clothes, Muslim, whatever, small head, whatever, not the big fellows, small fellow. But some piety must have been there. He came. And moment he saw Lord Chaitanya, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Just by seeing, Krishna Nama came in. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, see the body, what I can understand, little common sense. See what happens, we speak from the worldview that we have in our head. We have some philosophy. We speak on the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. A pure devotee speaks from his heart. The whole body language is exhibiting pure devotion. Just by seeing his body, your soul is getting encouraged. The pure devotee speaks, his words immediately make people Krishna conscious because it is coming from the core of the heart. And his mouth is spiritual. Every vibration, every activity, every vision about him is spiritual. So that's what happened. So then he even sent to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how do I serve you? He said the king, Muslim. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, before he replied, Mahapatra and all, see, he should have a safe passage. That's all we want. You are neighboring king, we are waiting here, wanted to negotiate with you, but you yourself have come. Give him a safe passage. It's a proper right, it's a big purport. This is a proof of chanting Hare Krishna. Anybody chanting Hare Krishna, will develop a desire to serve Krishna. That means he is properly chanting. You're chanting Hare Krishna, but not developing desire to serve Krishna, that means chanting is not proper. Correct? Very nice instruction Prabhupada gives in the book. So then the king brings big boards, just like we put flower on our Gaur Purnima this time, huge quantity flowers in front. Like that flower decorates with nicely flowers, and another security boards all around, and it takes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with great respect. That is the definition. So this is about Vaishnava. Now coming back to the chapter on the shloka, Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur is the Param Vaishnava. He is Brahma himself. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu once says, you are an incarnation of Prahlad Maharaj also. So if we take it that way, he has all the mercy. See, incarnation can be taken in so many ways. Incarnation, or sometimes it can be a combination, because there are so many personalities in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's a combination also. Like Ramananda is Arjuna and one Sakhi, correct? Lord Chaitanya is Krishna in the mood of Radharani. There are, Jagannath Mishra is, I think, two people together. Huh? Jagannath Mishra is Nanda Maharaj and like some 2-3 they are combined. Huh? Yeah, Adudacharya is Lord Shiva, and easy to say Sadashiva. So wherever it is very difficult, these advanced personalities, the easy way you take, they get the mercy. Prahlad Maharaj ka mercy bhi hai. So he had a behavior like that, very advanced behavior. So Advait, when Shraddha is done, the prasadam is first prasadam offered to the most respected person. I think today also it is like that. We used to collect brahmanas. Shraddha offering, after that we collect brahmanas and feed them. So Advait Acharya called Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur said, why did you call me to eat this? What is this? Shraddha part of me. I am Muslim. Please, no, don't do that. I am a sinful person. Very humble. And Advait Acharya says, feeding you is equal to feeding 1 million brahmanas. Please eat. He said, what will be your condition? Haridas Thakur is saying, people will laugh at you. What are you doing? Please don't ask me to do this. And I am a wretched fellow. See how sweet dealings are in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Please don't ask me to do this. People will laugh at you. He said, don't worry about people. Feeding you is equal to feeding 1 million brahmanas. Please accept it. So that Prabhupada's course at reference to this verse. Okay? So Krishna is saying, I eat through the mouth of my Srila Prabhupada ki. Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna, the audio, any problem was there? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare 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 Krishna Prabhuji. Pranam Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
All your teachers are here in Mangalore.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.